Well guys, I think what I want to do in this video, and it's probably going to be 2 videos, maybe 3. I want to make some lights for the track. But I want them to have more of a little futuristic, kind of like something you'd see on the game Borderlands. I think that'd be kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down some acrylic rod. Then I got to cut some pieces of sheet metal to hold the acrylic rods and the LEDs. I plan on using LED arrays like this. I've got some of these left, and I'm going to be using green. They're going to be the primary lights, and then I'll also be putting in some reds in the upright in the pole section of the lights. So I'm going to have lights up top. They're going to be green, and then I'm going to have on the pole itself, I'm going to have red. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to first work on the primary lights that are going to be up on top of the pole. So yeah. Okay, I have some of this 1-inch acrylic cut. Got my hands on some of this stuff a long time ago, and I've had it. Had got a big old piece of it right here, and they were all about 8 feet long. I have 3 of them, and then I cut one down, and then I've got that part, and then I've got an angled piece, and then I have one more big long piece too. So I've got enough of this stuff to keep me busy for a little while to make some pretty neat projects. But these I'm going to be making 6 lights, and my other one is over there on a template right now. So and these acrylics are 1 inch, and they're going to act as my lenses for the LEDs. Where'd that go? The LEDs are going to be behind it lengthwise, and the LEDs, if I use just the LEDs, they would just project a spot, and using the acrylic will act as a lens to diffuse, not diffuse, but you know, spread the light out. So well, let's get started. Alright, so here's with the lens and the LEDs in it. Now I was initially going to set this so that way it would be horizontal. It'd be on the post and it'd be horizontal casting down. Well, the problem with that is that I don't want, what I want is a flood effect. And by having the lens sideways like this, it doesn't create a flood effect, it creates a straight pattern, a stripe. So I'm going to have to position the light like this, straight up and down. Now the next thing I was going to do is I was going to build some a shroud that would go around it. Well, I sat there and looked around at my sheet metal that you got to see back there, and then I realized that I've got a whole bunch of coffee cans, and there's even more stuff back there. I'm an avid coffee drinker. So what I'm going to do, instead of actually hacking up all my sheet metal and stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this can, I already cut the bottom off, I'm going to take this and cut the can in half, and that will be the shroud around this. Just cut that in half. Ooh, that just might be pretty cool. Yeah. But I think what I'm going to do is still utilize the lid. If I cut the lid in half, I don't know, let me try that out. Alright, well, I kind of jumped the gun here, and I got one done. I have the wires hooked up to it. This is going to be a 12-volt system. I've got this bar, and this bar right here will be welded onto the bar, the post that's going to be stuck into the ground, and it's going to be up about 10 feet or so. And, yeah. And, you know, like with all LEDs, you can't really tell how bright something is unless you're actually seeing it in real life. But, yeah. That's the way it's gonna look. Kind of. Now I got 6 more to do. And I did cut the lid in half. I'm gonna have to put more black on there. That came off pretty easy, but yeah. So let me do a quick mock-up here. Okay, well, that's on a 10-foot pole, so I don't know if I'll actually be putting them up 10 feet high. That's on a piece of 1x1 square tubing. It's 10 feet long, so I'll probably end up cutting it down to like 8. That's pretty high up there. But yeah, you can see that I've got it clamped on, and that's how it's gonna look. And I'm gonna have 3 of these hooked up to one battery. Now what I'm hoping to do is to have 3 lights connected, one battery in the middle, and then we'll have one light here, one light up here, one light up here, and we'll have wire connecting the 3, and that'll go along one fence line, and these will be about 20 feet apart from each other. And then I'll be putting up another one going the other way on the track, being connected. So we'll have the light coming down this way onto the track and this way onto the track. Yeah, and I've got enough wire. I bought that spool of wire off of eBay last month, so I've got that. That's about 100 feet, I think. No, 500. 500 feet. All I'm going to need is just the positive wires running off to the LEDs, because I'll have a support wire, and the support wire will be the negative. So I'll have positive and negative going to each light, but the negative is going to be like clothesline wire. So it'll all run off of one battery in the center pole. Okay, now as a quick recap, we have the LEDs, we have the 1-inch acrylic rod, then we have the bracket that's going to hold the LEDs in place and the acrylic rod, then we have the standoff bar, then we have the shroud, and then the plastic lid. And here we go. This is what all 6 of them look like when they're done. And now it's time to, now I got to start working on the pole parts.